Hi everybody and welcome. I think we're live. I'm going to just check the audio quickly. So welcome. So we're going to, yep, so the audio is working. Just going to check D Live. Hello. Just refresh that one on D Live. Just going to get straight into this stuff. Lots more to discuss today. Alex, if you can just confirm you can hear my audio on D Live, be great. Another day, another bunch of Axion staked interest. Absolutely, that's what Alex says on Flying Alex, I should say, on D Live. So pretty cool. Welcome to those on YouTube as well. Very neat. Great to have you all here. And live show audio is fine. Excellent. Yeah, audio is good on YouTube and D Live. So welcome aboard, everybody. We've got more people coming on, so it's pretty neat. I love these multi-streams. I hope you guys are enjoying them. I think it may have been Alex that gave me the idea. He said just get into it, go for gold. So here we are, live stream for Axion. Hourly price chat and auction chat. We look forward to all the comments. It's really great to get insights from everybody in the community. Everyone has different skills and different experiences they can bring. So great to have everyone on board. So I'm enjoying it. So let's have a quick look at the auction at the moment. So the auction at the moment, we've got 3.25 Ethereum in the pool, and up for grabs is 13.6 million Axion in the pool, which is it's quite a decent size for a daily thing. So that's pretty neat. Alex says, does it make it harder to track multiple chat streams? Well, I'm using Restream, which allows you to stream multiple chats through OBS. So I set up Restream first, then I set up YouTube, and then I set up D Live all in on my Safari browser. Then in a Chrome browser, I set up the actual contents pages, and then I open up OBS. I have Restream keys in OBS, so that when I stream from OBS, it goes through Restream, and then it broadcasts it to YouTube and D Live, and up to 30 other channels. So yeah, probably the more channels you had, it does get a little bit harder. But doing two is quite nice. Good question, Alex. So that's how that works. And basically, I just keep an eye on the chats and so forth. So yeah. Hey, Alex, if you want to become a mod, let me know. I'll try and add you as a mod on both channels going forward, because we're going to keep building this over the coming months, so pretty neat. So let's quickly look at this. So if I'm going to go to my spreadsheet, spreadsheet shows that we're on day 20 auction. It's only day 20, folks. We're only in week 3, so it's pretty funny. So pretty neat. So I've just set you as a moderator, Alex, on D Live. I'll just do that. Just bear with me, folks, as we just set up some things here. Add a moderator. Alex, you're a moderator on YouTube too now. Thanks very much for your help. Yeah, Twitch next. Yeah, definitely. I've got a Twitch account, so I'll try and do that next. We'll have 3 of them running, and hopefully gain a bit more momentum that way. So cool. So here's the spreadsheet. We're on day 20, 13.6. It gives a nominal ratio that's really 4.1 million, but by the end of the day, it's likely to be well under the minimum price. So, which is this auction price, 2.8 million at the moment. Obviously, if you use a link, a referral link like the one in the description below, you get a 10% bonus. But remember that any winnings that you get out of the auction gets auto-staked for 14 days. So if you're new to Axion, just remember that. If you enter the auction, you hook up your MetaMask wallet, put your Ethereum in, use the referral link, get 10% bonus, click send, it will go into the ETH pool. At the end of the day, under my bets, which will be shown below, you'll end up getting, you have to withdraw that. If it doesn't go to your wallet, it goes to auto-stake for 14 days, and then you can do what you want with it afterwards. So that's what we're in at the moment, day 20. Day 21 is starting in 5.5 hours, so this big mega auction here, 11.6 billion. Might make it a bit higher by the time we get closer to that. So we'll see how we go. Let's have a look at the chat on YouTube. Claire's just arrived. So welcome, Claire. Hey, from the Cayman Islands. Question, maybe a stupid one, but why would I enter the auction when there's a better price on Uniswap? Claire, the answer is you wouldn't, even with referrals. So the mega auction is really the way to go for that, and that's what we promote most of the time. But some people do go into the daily auctions, as you can see, every day. So that's what happened. Claire, or am I looking at the... No, you're looking at the right way, Claire. So good question. And let's just move on to the mega auction. Is, yeah, like I say, it's 11.6 billion, looking pretty cool, and it's looking, yeah, really nice. Just at my moment. Just had to cut down the noise there. It's getting a bit noisy. So what I wanted to talk about too was we're going to go to the announcements for the big auction day, and which starts in 5.5 hours, and we're going to go to the announcements on Discord. Flying Alex says, well, today may be a good day to end of the daily. Yep. Well, I reckon it's going to get sniped, Alex, towards the end of the day today. And then obviously you've got the big mega auction coming up. So yep. Alex K, you have to take into account bonuses to get an auction, absolutely. But yes, weekly mega auctions are better for sure. But definitely that Uniswap, you have to take that into account. Typically people, Claire, would go in at the end of the day and see how it's progressing, because the final price is determined at the end of the day. And obviously you just got to take into account that Uniswap price and the referral bonuses. So I just wanted to look at this. So the news came out earlier today. What's that, for about 6.5 hours, 7 hours ago, to assist the positive Axion token movement for this week. The weekly mega auction, which starts in 5.5 hours, has been altered to 5% below the moving average Uniswap price. So normally it's 10%, so it's going to be 5%. So they're trying to lower that arbitrage that we've seen in the previous weeks. But I actually myself feel that there's a good chance that they'll be a lot lower. And we've seen the overflows too from the auction have been lower. So we got a massive overflow of about 10.8 billion from the first auction that went into the second auction here. This is the second mega weekly auction. It's easy to show that on my spreadsheet. So the first mega auction we had 14.2 billion. The last one we just had was 13.7 billion. We had about 10.8 billion overflow from my estimates. Obviously we got some decent, still early in the piece, so we've still got some decent penalties running into here from hex free claims and stuff, and from hex 3T. But our next one, we've got day 21. You know, we're already at was it 11.6, I think it was. Just double check. 11.6, yeah. So we're already at 11.6 billion. 11,650. So we're already at that, and so we're going to be. It's going to be interesting to see what we get. But I think that the Uniswap price is so high at the moment. It'll be interesting to see where that goes. I think our overflow from this is going to be way lower today, and I think we'll probably, if we get much higher Ethereum like we did in the previous auction, then that overflow is going to, you could see in 2 or 3 weeks it could be dramatically low, and then all that stuff's over. We'll just see people have to really buy on Uniswap, and we also need that new liquidity provider set up as well, coming out. So we'll see when that happens. Let's just check the chat and see what's going on. Neil, welcome Neil. Hi Sirius, yep, welcome. And yeah, I agree with Alex about today will be a good day to enter, but just keep watching for sniping at the end. Clear, so sniping in the last half an hour, like I said, happens. So at the moment today's auction is actually looking pretty good, with the 2.8 million plus bonuses on top of it. So that's a pretty way to look at that. Let's jump to the price. So you can see that we had a bit of selling off. We're up at 0.0019. We're sort of sitting around there. We actually bottomed out. This is on the 15 minutes too, so it's fairly new, fairly recent. But we bottomed out down at 0.0017. Then we within a matter of a few hours, we ended up back up at 0002, and then we're back down. So we have really been trading sideways. So if you look at the 4 hourly, we've just been trading sideways pretty much. So no big deal happening there, with the mega auction about to start a couple of hours away, 5 hours or so. So nothing much happening there. And I wanted to show you on the 15 minutes, this candle's here. We had a sell-off, and then we had a big buyback. See the big green candle? So 80 million was bought in there, and it popped it back up. And then it's obviously been a bit of selling. We're back down at 000188. So yeah, I'm pretty happy to see it over 0002. Flying Alex says, you get such a great deal on Uniswap last few days. 3 million per ETH. Yeah, good deal, Alex. Agree, 100%. So that has an influence on the auction, so that's cool. Yeah, so go back to that price, jumping around. So I had a look at the contracts that were pushing that. So if we go below, let me just scroll down here. Hopefully I can still find it. So this person here, this one here, F7, F6, 2 transactions, 15 ETH, 10 ETH. So after the sell-off, after that sell-off there, they came in. After the sell-off, this red candles, they came in and they piled it up. They bought 80 million with 2 transactions. But I'm not confident that they look like a trader, because they already 20 days ago they'd already traded out. So let's have a quick look at their account and see what they did. So this is the account here. I've just searched for it. It's 7F6, and you can see that 8 minutes. Well, it's a bit old now, but they basically bought 80 million and it went into their wallet. But 20 days ago they were already in Axion, and they had sold this Axion. So if you look at the transaction, I thought it was pretty interesting to look at some of the people. Last time I did one too, of another person that was buying and sold. They sold Axion for Hex was the last example I showed. So it's just interesting to see some of the bigger buys and sells and how they influence the chart and what they're actually doing. So 20 days ago, this person had 37 million Axion when the price was much better, sold it for 20.4 ETH. So they're really not a staker from what I can tell. They're just a trader, just taking opportunities, but they're not trading every day. So that was 20 days ago. So they had 20 ETH, and then we saw that they spent 25 ETH. So they got such a big deal. So from 37 million, they went and picked up 80 million. They picked up 80 million, and I only had to pay another 4 ETH or something for that. So pretty good deal for them. Well done to them. I mean, you can only take your hat off, right? So I thought that was interesting, that example. Welcome, Neil. Yep, cool. So let's just go back to there. Just going to refresh one of my pages. So nice to have. Let's have a see who's watching at the moment. We've got. Oh, I keep losing my D stream. Accidentally on the Apple. If you touch the mouse, it scrolls the whole screen up and it disappears. So it can be a bit of a pain. So we've got 15 people on YouTube, and we've got 2 people on DLive. So that's cool. Last time we had 5 on DLive, which is yesterday, the first time I ever launched on DLive. So if you like DLive, DLive has lemons and has a treasure chest. The more that you comment, the rewards can be paid out, and lemons are worth 1.2 cents each. So just take that up to account on DLive. Now, hopefully you enjoyed that. Let's have a look at the stats at the moment. We've got 268 billion Axion. Market caps dropped down to 21.3 million US dollars. We've still got really good staking, almost at 18,000. Excuse me, 57% pretty much is staked. Average length is pretty similar, and the average staked amount is pretty similar from yesterday. So we've got 1 extra person in the 15-year club, so congratulations to them. And obviously we've got the crabs and stuff. 263,508 trees, so we've moved past the 250,000 mark, and we've moved over 25,000 up to 26,350. Or 42.868 ETH. So the trees are really looking good. It's great to have a community, goodwill community project like that as part of the Axion ecosystem. So yeah, and we'll just jump to the general chat. So once again, that 5%, normally it's 10%, so it's 5%. They've just closed the gap. We'll see what happens on the auction. the mega auction when it starts tonight. So yeah, and also other thing I wanted to point out was the share rate has gone up to 1.05. So you can just highlight over it, and it's well, it's not quite 1.05 yet, but it's 1.04593. But that's going up every day. So the longer that you wait to stake, the less shares you're going to get, and shares is what gives you your rewards from the reward pool. So the more shares you have, the better. So longer pays better, bigger pays better, and earlier pays better. So just remember that, and you can get access to the big paydays as well. So but the divs, if you're not staked for the big auction, you should stake now before the day ends, so that you can get the big divs from the mega auction and all the ETH that goes in there. And I have a feeling if the trend keeps going, and I'm going to look on the spreadsheet here. If first week we had 1,803 ETH and a massive buybacks from that. The second week we had 2,133 ETH, and if we get a bigger deal on today's one, let's say we get 2,300 ETH, just as a bit of guesswork. You can imagine what that will be. That'd be huge, right? That'd be a nominal of 5 million, but of course that won't end up being that many. But you're talking about huge. That's going to really eat into the overflow as well. So I think things are about to change pretty fast, if you ask me. And those charts aren't complete yet. But so far today we've already had. Let me just see what the auction amount, 3.25. We've got 3.25 in there. So we already had 2.6 ETH has gone into market buyback so far today. But that's nothing compared to the mega auctions. Look at that, 1707 and 1443. 80% of the Uniswap buys end up going onto Uniswap. So 80% of the auction entries end up going on Uniswap to buy. And so we're still got the price at 590. I'm not sure what the exact price is at the moment, but that's over $2 million at the current price. Obviously, that's not the weighted average price, which would give you the accurate amount, but that's give you an indication, which is pretty heavy stuff, really. So yeah, let's quickly check the chat. Michael Garu, hey all, welcome Michael, great to have you on board. We got let's have a quick update of the stream. We got 2 people on DLive, 18 people on YouTube. Alex is now a mod. He's now going to help out as moderator, and I appreciate that, Alex. Thank you very much. And Michael, that 35 ETH sale went outside the Bollinger Bands. Buy. Yeah, let's pop that back. Good point. Boom. Yeah, it went out. So typically Bollinger Bands, you might. This is on 15 minutes, but typically it won't typically stay longer than 3 or 4 times. Punching through the Bollinger Bands. At the 95% is the top one, and the 5% is the bottom one of the average prices from memory. I used to know Bollinger Bands upside down, but that's the actual construction's a bit weaker now. But that's 95% at the bottom, at the top, 5% at the bottom. So they pretty much the price tracks in these ranges here, with the average in the middle in the red. So typically it will bounce off a couple of days if we had the daily chart. I'm going to move to the hourly chart and have a look at that. I'm just going to expand the chart so you can see more. Hopefully that's showing up on the live stream. Sometimes the scaling doesn't show up. And I'm going to refresh my DLive. Sometimes that can get stuck. So just refresh that. So yeah, here's the price. I'm going to see if I lift that up a bit. Oh, it's not lifting, but never mind. Pull that up. So you can see this is the 1 hourly chart. We sort of punched through there. We had lot 3 punch through, and then it sort of moves back into the Bollinger Bands. We take it out to the 4 hour, which is normally a pretty good chart to look at. You can actually see the whole since the live. That's when we launched over here, and you can see that boom, we've gone up, come back down again, and we're just bouncing along here. For me, we've tested one. If we take a look at this chart, we've got we keep testing this line here of 00017, boom, 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 and it keeps bubbling up top above that. So that's actually pretty positive for the moment. And I think if we see a really good auction, maybe 2,300, like I said, if we get another 200, because that there was 300. If we get another 200, I mean this could even be 2,400, and then we could see a lot of the overflow from here will be way smaller. I estimated the overflow was about 10.8 billion here, and the overflow here was maybe 9.5 going into here. So if we end up going maybe 7 or 8 billion overflow from here, depending on what we get in the auction, if we get a higher number, it's going to go down maybe 7 or 8 billion. So that's going to make things change pretty fast, folks, and the market will respond accordingly, in my opinion. Let's have a quick look at the chat on, just checking the chat there on YouTube. Eric Nye says, hi again, great video, welcome Eric. Why would you think things will change? Last week we had a big action, the price dumped really bad. Yeah, but because we were, we're still going through that finding out discovery phase, and also, which we're still doing in the discovery phase, but we kind of had, that market to pull the price down at the time, so that's why I think that it's kind of got to the point where it keeps bouncing off this price. So I'm just not as optimistic that it's gonna, the impact is gonna weaken. Not that there won't be an impact, but it's gonna weaken. That's kind of where I'm at, and I think that we'll wait and see. I'm happy to be proven wrong, or not happy in the case. Last week we had a big action, yet the price dumped really bad right after. Yeah, but the problem is we've still got so much in the mega auctions, so people can still get the Axion. And if a big ETH whale comes in, they'll snap up tons of. This is going to be the last time they're going to be able to snap up so much Axion at a discount with the referral bonuses without moving the market price up or down with the slippage. So this is exactly the same thing that Hex is in, right? We actually dumped like 30%. I agree, we did, yeah. Alex, whoever caught that is doing peachy. Alex K, do you prefer Axion US dollar chart over Axion ETH chart? I do. I used to show the Axion ETH chart, but I've been showing this one here just because it's so much easier to show. That I'll just close this off. I might pull that one back in, Alex, because I think it's quite. I used to prefer to show the ETH chart, but now I've just been showing the US dollar one because it's got all the transactions below. It's much easier to follow. But I will pull back the Uniswap chart with the ETH price as well. So I don't really prefer either. I probably to be honest, I actually probably prefer the Axion ETH chart. So I'll pull that back in for the next live stream. Tim Axion, hey Tim, I prefer US chart for now. I know we trade against ETH, but ETH price moves are relevant to Axion. Yeah, well I'll pull both of them back, Tim. So now we'll have the Uniswap pool charts as well. That perception of how much is worth IRL, if nothing else, yeah. Oh, can you? Okay, I wasn't familiar. Didn't think about that. When you're posting this up, you're not. The Explorer there. I'll work that out later on. I guess I could just type it in here, but we'll see that with a single click next to indicators. Okay, let me check that out. Get off that one. Indicators. Oh yeah, cool. Alright, thanks Alex, appreciate that. Yeah, I actually prefer the inverse of that, Alex. The ETH versus Axion. The one. But that's cool. Shows well. Oh, there's the Axion, but yeah. Oh, that's nice to know, Alex. I appreciate that. Thanks. But I actually prefer the other way around, where you see how much, what you've got on the actual, on here with the actual Uniswap price. This is the way I prefer to look at it. So, yeah, I mean, look at that, 3.24 million Axion per ETH at the moment. So, pretty neat. With that auction price, 2.828736 times. So yeah, it's 3.1. And obviously, if you do self referrals, then you get even better. So, be interesting. It's going to be the end of the day. It's not going to be like this. It's going to be way more ETH in there by the end of the day. Michael, I use 5-minute chart like a crackhead, which is why I see daggers poke through Bollinger's. Yeah, nice one, Michael. Just got to refresh my D-Live. Come on, D-Live, you can do it. Excellent. All right. So let's just go to, let's have a look at the general chat. I don't know if you guys see everybody in here, but if you haven't joined, do that. By the way, this channel is slowly, it's slowed down. I was getting huge growth in the numbers for subscribers. We're at that sweet spot of 970, so it's definitely slowed down. But I'm trying to edge that way to 1,000, which is pretty important for the YouTube algorithms. So 30 away, so if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, that'd be great. And I'm hoping to hit it by the end of tomorrow's auction if I can, but we'll see. I've got a few shows and a few videos, promotions coming out over the next basically 27, 28 hours. And I'm going to actually do some formal videos for beginners and stuff like that. Not as live stream type formats, but as more professional looking video promos in Blender. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Blender. I use Blender a lot, so I haven't actually used a lot of it on here yet, or none of it on here yet, so I'm going to look at doing that. So that price is 00019, just under that, 00019. So we've still got 1.5 million in liquidity. Daily volume 682,000, which is much lower, obviously, than what we've experienced in the past. Pulled ETH 1,200. Pulled Axion just under 4 billion. So that's where we're at there. Got a few buys happening here, all pretty small ones. There's a 10, that's quite nice. We prefer more of those 10s. That's a 32.6 million Axion, so that's pretty nice. We've still got these little drainers here, 0.03 coming in every so often. So interesting to see there on the price. But we haven't seen one for a little while, so it's probably quite positive. Has anyone in the chat been putting any marketing ideas into after the launch? We had on here, we had under the announcements, we had, if you've got marketing ideas, you could put those in. Let's have a quick look up to there. Yeah, so we're open up in a marketing ideas channel, and we opened up to onboard community devs. That was the best thing that could have ever happened for our ecosystem. We're curious to see what happens when we open up something similar to community marketing initiatives. Post concrete ideas. Let us know if you need a budget. So that's the key thing I wanted to point out, to complete the activities. That's under marketing ideas. So if you want to check that out, I'll leave that in the chat. Tim Axion, I entered the meme contest, X4, lol. Oh, well done. Wish me luck. Yeah, definitely. I enjoyed your video series recently on different ways stakers are earning interest. Was it 5 videos or 4? Well, it's 5 videos, but I haven't done the 5th one yet, because the 5th one was going to take a little bit more time. So I'll try and definitely do that in the next day or 2. Yeah, good luck, Tim. Let's go to the let's actually go to the memes. And so anyway, before we finished on the marketing, so here's this marketing ideas you can put in there and get a budget for those. So feel free to enter that. I left it in the chat. I'll just drop it into the D Live, just so that's you on there. So and yeah, let's just quickly pop over to the memes. We're down here. Oh, I'm getting a bit better at navigating Discord. I obviously came over from Telegram, which I spent most of the time on, so D-Live, Discord I'm still getting a little used to. Not sure where Tim's meme is, but we'll see whether he can see it. Tim, what's is your name Tim on Discord, or is it on another name? Not sure whether you can see it. Yeah, feel free to post your link, ColdFusion04. Okay. Guess I can use this. Let's see whether I don't know if mentions or from user. We'll see whether that's. Oh, it's just giving me all their comments. Doesn't tell me on the. Meme, I guess. Meme program. Is that one there? We'll jump to that one. Oh, there's another one here, but I'm not sure whether it's. Do Control F. Oh yeah. This one here, and they said I'd find Axion Forest here. I'll never understand cryptocurrencies. Yeah, cool. What's that one? There we are. So hopefully that helps a bit. So that's cool. Let me get on there. Let's give it a little nudge. Give it maybe a thumbs up. There we are, Tim. They said I'd find Axion Forest here. He's in the forest. I'll never understand cryptocurrency. Nice one. I do like that. It's really good. Boom. No, pleasure, Tim. Good luck. I've got one in there too. I can't remember. Let me Control F. Oh, gotta clear that first. What's my name? Silent Gamer. And I am going to change my name from Silent Gamer to my normal name. So we'll just normally Superman. Live for 5 minutes. Meme. We'll go to memes. Yeah. So that's my one. This is the way. So this is the Axion way. There we are. That's my one. Pretty simple, but love the image. Pretty cool. And it's kind of topical, but it's not as funny as your one, Tim. That's for sure. So that's pretty much that. Let's see. We've yep, nothing extra in the auction. We're still at 11.65 billion, so that's not changing too fast. It's only up slightly from yesterday, to be honest. Yeah, thanks, Tim. Mandalorian, I love Mandalorian. Seriously, it's kind of saved the Star Wars from. I won't get into the politics, but it saved them from there. And 00018 on the price, looking good. 4 hours. Let's have a look at the daily on the chart. There we are. We're not. See how this is our chart, guys. I mean, we're not. Axion's not been live long. I just keep this is early days. And we know that Hex had 4 major pumps and pullbacks, and that's quite typical in crypto too. But these, obviously, Axion and Hex are different. They've got share rates, they're value coins, and they're all based on that kind of driving value with high staking. And as we know, that Axion's staked pretty well, so it's pretty good. So we just need to get more buyers in, and keep pushing people to stake, so the commitments get in there, and the less coins that are on the market. We keep expanding the community. It takes the community to expand the community, not just the team and marketing, although that's very important. Because people got to know about the product, right? You can have a product, but people got to know about it. And even if it's a groundbreaking, like certificate of deposits in crypto is relatively new, following Hex's launch. There are other staking products, of course, but they never had share rates and things like that, which drive staking. So, and if anyone's been in those, there's a few of those from that. So yeah, that's where we are with the daily. So look at these massive green candles there. I mean, they're pretty impressive. What they jump from there to, can't show it on the chart, but it's pretty. Was it 200%? Yeah, so pretty impressive gains there. And so we just keep hitting this bottom here. We keep hitting this bottom. We've got this angle going here, but we keep hitting that 3 times. So let's see what happens with this next mega auction. Still early days, and we'll see whether that does slightly better with the price and with the auction results. It may not be this week, but it definitely, that flow on, once it gets down, I reckon it's definitely going to get much lower, down to 7-8 billion for next one. that we'll see what that does. If that doesn't affect this week, then certainly a week after. But we do have that 5% price change, which is going to be interesting how that helps as well. Yeah, so weekly mega auction has been altered to 5% below rather than 10%, which is what it normally was. And order state remains at 14 days. So they got a lot of likes from people, so that's pretty positive. So quickly check the chat, and Alex says hopefully cheap price in the next mega auction will take a good chunk from the overflow. Absolutely, and that's where I think it's going to happen. That's my place my bets. That's where I think it's going to happen, and so it'll be good. Yeah, Alex says in D-Live you may want to set crypto category for your D-Live videos instead of chatting. Well, actually what I find is that I've done that before, and the crypto chat category doesn't actually work. What happens is on the main page, on the home page of D-Live, is that chatting is often first or second in the most popular, and cryptocurrency very rarely makes it to that level. Obviously Hexologist is probably one of the biggest shows on D-Live doing Hex, but I'm pretty sure he's on chatting, and if he's on crypto, it's because he's so big anyway, so that's why. Yeah, no, I thought about that already, Alex. So I do have some experience on D-Live. So I used to just push videos on there before, covering different stuff, different cryptos, and BetFury, and also movies. Used to push some movies on there as well, because I actually quite like the D-Live platform. Not so keen on the D-Live support team, but I do like the platform itself, and I do like the fact that it has Tron and BTT on it, as well as the lemons, which are a great way of rewarding people who watch, as well as rewarding the publishers who publish. And I like the layout; it's pretty nice too, and it's easy to follow. It's not complicated. There's not a lot of game theory. There's not a lot of this or that in it. I have tried out a few of these sites, but it's pretty neat to multi-stream between to YouTube and D-Live. And I will definitely look at adding Twitch on there. Obviously on Twitch, I hopefully it won't overuse my PC, overheat it or whatever. But we'll find out. So there's the price. We talked about the daily. We're still early days. We'll see what happens after 3 or 4, like maybe another 2 weeks. We'll definitely have the lay of the land. With the mega auctions drilling down. But obviously with the mega auctions, everyone's getting the divs right, so if you're staked, you win. And I keep reiterating that. Those who are staking are getting a massive amount of divs. And we keep bouncing off this price thing. Obviously price is always the biggest risk if price continues to decline. But what I said is that the mega auctions will slow down. People will be forced to get more of their Axion on the market, and that should help drive up the price support. Whereas at the moment the focus is really on the auctions. People are excited by the mega auction, and they're a really fun feature. And so we'll see what happens there. But if we get a surprise whale coming, if a surprise whale comes in and finally comes in and dumps and takes a lot of this Axion off the market, wow, that's huge bullish. That's hugely bullish. I could only see people then wanting to get more on Uniswap because hey, this is the only place I can get it. So let's see what happens there. Let's see whether my expectations come true, or my scenarios come true. Anyway, so we'll just jump back to the general chat, see what's happening down here. Lots of great to see the mods with all the support on here working as it should. I put in a question earlier about staking for longer pays better. And they said that it's 5 years, but it's stuck at 100%. So every 5 years would be a maximum 100%. So if you stake for 15 years, it would be 300%. And you can see that when you go to staking. If you go to here, if you put in, let's say we put in $1 million, then if I put in 5 years, just remember what that is, 1800 something, 25 or something. 365 times 5 equals 1825. Yeah. So 1825. That's up 5 years. So that would give you your longer pays better is 1 million extra. So that's extra. So you can see the shares there. If I do, was it 1 day? Maybe 1 day. that gives me, oh, sorry about the mouse there, it gives me 956, so that obviously the share rate's giving me 956,000 of that. But if I get do 5 years, 1825, I get that extra million. Longer pays better. So I've got the standard for 1 day plus for 5 years. That gives me 1.9 million shares. So it's a game changer, right, with the reward pool. So it's huge to get the benefit from that. And then obviously if I do 15 years, which is the famous 555 club, they get 3 million more shares, right? So there's all those people with 4.2 billion Axion stake that've got massive amount of more shares. So we don't think about that. We look at the stats and we're thinking about this 4.2 billion Axion. But imagine the amount of shares they've got. I mean, it's huge. Let's just, for argument's sake, let me go back here. It won't let me put it in because I don't have the balance. But if, well, maybe it does. I'm not sure what that's put in there. But anyway, if it would give you a huge amount of shares, 300% more. Where am I going here? I'm trying to go back to here. So that'd give you, 1.2 trillion shares or something for that alone, excluding the shares that you get just for the balance itself. So definitely those people are getting their fair share of the reward pool. So yeah, I'm not sure if people just considered that, but it's quite interesting. So anyway, so that's up to 300% for 5 years. So I'll do 100,000 to make it a bit easier to see. So I get the 95,000 shares, and then I get the longer pays better 305,000 shares, and then it gives me 387,000 shares. So that's how you win by staking. You get the stakes, blah blah blah. Obviously you're in it for 15 years, and you don't know what's going to happen in the life of the project, but that's that. And you get all the big paydays too. You qualify, boom 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 boom. So if you've got a little portion of your stakes for 555, that might be something to do. Imagine you get all the accrues. Plus you get all the mega auctions at the beginning, so there's certainly that big build up of Axion at the beginning. So I thought that's a pretty interesting aspect. Yeah. So let's have a look here. We're about we're 4 hours and 50 minutes away from the third mega auction. Boom, 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 boom. Exciting times. So this one here is going to finish. We're going to probably get some sniping at the end. It's going to pull down this in my expectation. We'll see. The market may decide not to. That'd be a first, actually, to be honest. So if we have a look at all the options, these have sort of been our rates. So ignore that last one because that's not going to happen. But you can sort of see the actual Axion. So what they actually got, including the mega auctions, is up here. So obviously with the higher auction, higher Uniswap prices, they've been getting better deals, even with smaller amounts of the auctions. So the amount of the auctions were pretty small. You can see the dailies are pretty small. This is a log scale, so it goes up a factor of 10, or base of 10 to 100, 1,000, 10,000 show the Axion auctions. So you can see this is going down here, and that's going to drop. In my view, we're going to see a bigger step drop here, just like we did from there to there. See, that's quite a big step drop there at the moment, and I don't see that going up much in the next 5 hours. Might go up a little bit, but that's a significant drop, and I think we'll see another significant drop further down, maybe to that 8 billion mark. So let's say around that mark. So we'll find out soon enough. But naturally, because of the divs, I mean, I've just put this as an example, but if it looks anything like that, that's bullish. That's pretty bullish. And also, despite what the outcomes of the auction are, for that's actually a pretty bullish sign to get more ETH. The more ETH is, I think, pretty bullish. And so you can see the daily ones. It hardly shows, right? But these are what drive the Axion dividends or dividend pool for the day. So it's best to be staked. If you're not staked, you might want to stake for the next couple of weeks, particularly to gain those short-term mega auction, reward pool. Sorry, Axion market buybacks. Mustn't get my tongue twisting here. Let's go back to the chat again. So Alex K, let me go back up here. But Alex K, hopefully cheap price in the next mega auction will take, yep, regardless of stakers win, absolutely Tim. Alex K says cheaper price for buybacks means even more coins for stakers. Yep. And Alex K, do you know if referral bonuses are taken from the pool or minted in addition to what's in the pool? No, I don't know the answer to that. I'm presuming that, good question, Alex, probably one for the Discord mods. But I would think that that's coming out of the penalties. But that's a good question. Tim Axion, I get more divs from a 3 million stake for 55555 than a 10 million stake for 1800. Right, that's good to know, Tim. Yeah, that's exactly the point. Wow, more shares than that one. Tim Axion, yes. Alex K, 3 million 4 equals 12 million versus 10 times 2 equals 20 million shares. I must be missing something. To make sense, it's trending up at way more than 4x or 4 times. Alex says number of shares should be fixed per stake, I think. Maybe you started at 3 million earlier. Yeah, well, obviously the earlier you start, the share rate's going up, so very neat. Yeah, back to that. There's only 250 million in the pre-mine from Hex 2T, and there's only 250 million in the Hex 2T. 50 million was part of the team stuff, and then there's 250 million for the Hex free claims, and the penalties go into the following auctions, particularly mainly the I think it's not exactly sure the percentage, but I thought it was like 99% or something went to the weekly mega auctions, and then so your referral would have to come out of that, in my view, but it's definitely something to confirm on Discord. Good question. On DLive, Alex again. So your prediction is 2.4k ETH for this week. Yeah, I think so. I think that's just a linear prediction, but yeah. Let's see how accurate. Yeah, I know you're going to hold it to me, Alex, that's for sure. Nice one. Michael says, any idea for marketing? Yeah, well, I'm doing my own thing for marketing myself. I think Sheldon's idea, Sheldon Evans, the big YouTuber, 175,000 subscribers. They're going to, looks pretty like that's going to set in that he's going to get $15,000 budget from the Axion team to do YouTube ads. So you're going to find that YouTube's going to be blasted with ads at the top of the crypto thing, especially the fact that he's doing it. He's going to be doing a special video for that, and so that's going to be pretty big, man. I think that's going to really everyone's going to see Axion all over the place. That's why I'm saying you get it staked for these auctions now. Get as much Axion as you can. I mean, this is the early adoption phase, and we're only in just ending the 3rd week. So just seriously, that's those sort of things are really powerful. It's great to have champions in the marketplace like that. Alex says, so the contract never mints anything outside the 8% interest. Yeah, that's right. That's my understanding, Alex. And Hex, all bonuses were minted. Yeah, I get that too. So I believe that's within the penalties, but we'll have to confirm that on the Discord. I don't know. You can either beat me to it, but I'll definitely ask the question if you haven't already. Alex, that's why I asked. Yep, good point. All I know is that they keep saying it's only those 500 billion coins, I should say. So and I think Hex is what I haven't checked lately, but was it at 680 billion at the end of the liquidity phase, which is inflation just after that. So that'd probably be the last question I haven't seen answered, actually, to be honest. But there's probably others. Go back to the 15 minutes. Boom. Yeah, so yeah, I'm trying to do as much marketing as I can. I've got a lot of ideas, just doing them systematically, and I've got a video that I'm doing targeting new members and keywords. So I've got one where I'm going to try and get people to go through the video on incentives that they'll get out of getting into Axion. But it's 2 non-Axionite people is the target I'm trying to target. Hex claims and Axion clearly create more Axion, both for the stake itself and into the overflow weekly pool. Yeah, that's why, and that's another one I was going to do another video on promoting Hex free claims, especially before the penalties get really heavy. Yeah, for above 10 million. The other thing is I'm going to do is the Hex whales that are brought on, and some of them are ginormous. I mean, they're really big. I'm going to talk to them about promoting, because a couple of them are actually YouTubers. So I'm going to talk to them about getting in some promotion, but we'll see, because there are obviously some people are hardcore Hexicans, and so we'll see whether they'll do that or not. If above 10 million, everything including above 10 million. I mean, and like I say, it's a massive amount of Axion that's correct, that goes in penalties from those guys. Yeah, so I definitely want to get to non-Axionites, is do special videos for them, and also get to hit more Hexicans to get them the free claim. Alex K, it was sad to see Bitcoin owners claiming Hex in the last month of the launch and getting minuscule amounts of Hex. Yeah, but that's what happens when they claim late. But to be honest, was it 2.7% of the claimable amount, which was like 9 million Bitcoin was actually claimed, and the vast majority of that was at the beginning, Alex, and you probably remember that. It was definitely in the first 6 weeks, I think. There were a couple of days during the remaining 351 day adoption phase or launch phase that there were other ones, but a lot of it. So a lot of that stuff would have come out in the big payday, and also, but the fact that the Origin wallet then staked and reduced the big payday down from like 2-3x down to 30% to 70% in the short term for short term stakers. So it really stopped the traders from smashing that price apart. Because basically what they do is, as you know, that the first one goes, the second one goes, the third one goes, and it's who can be first, right? And then the chart just goes boom, 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 and then it's like falling knife. But that was stopped, really. I mean, the price is, even though it's on the lower end, it's actually still not too bad. I would think sort of 0045, I think, so that's not bad. Hex Elks, thanks for doing another live stream. I'm wondering, has Jack or anyone in the dev owner team published a written marketing plan we can view? No, we not that I know of, but we looked at. It's a good point, but there is let me say there is a roadmap. I need to get that on the. I'll try and pull it up next time. Stuff like that out, Hex out, and do another one on the marketing. And I think there was a roadmap, so I'm just going to try and pull that up on another view for next time. I'll probably do it tomorrow. Keep that on my list. There is the marketing. They did do an announcement the other day which covered a lot of marketing, but not so much. It gave you the upcoming ones here, so I'll just go through those. I did go through them yesterday or the day before, and you got Axion updates and proposals. You also had this one here, Axion updates. So that's on the announcements page. So I'll just post that. So you can have a check that out, Hex out. And that covered a lot of the upcoming things, a lot of the competitions, but marketing per se, you got the credit card coming up, so they'll do stuff around that. And there's our marketing there. So you can see all that on that link there. So what's it, Daisy? Sorry about that. Jumping around. Oh, where am I? Over here. Sorry. That's the one thing with all the screens. So copy message link, post that in. Boom. There's the marketing link. You want to check that out at Hex out. Yeah. So just put that on the D Live and stuff. So that's pretty neat. There's a quick checkout. We've got 2 people on D Live and 13 people on the live stream. So welcome everybody. Great to have you all here. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to either channel, YouTube or DLive. That'd be very cool. Almost 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and moved well over 300 on DLive. So, and DLive actually has quite a few other audiences. And saying that, I have another channel that I'm going to be doing a video of Axion, not for this auction, but for next week's auction. The mega auction that is, so that'll be fun to do. That's a whole new community that I'll be introducing Axion to. Michael says devs need to integrate earned interest after an end stake happens. Yes, they do. Yeah, you're talking about down the bottom at the matured stakes, where it shows the principal only. I think that's what you're referring to. It's another feedback. So if Alex doesn't beat me to it, I'll ask both of those questions. You're quite right. Yeah, so I actually did some stake withdrawals, and so I've accumulated those. So I'm just thinking about time horizons now for that. I'll probably be staking today actually, because I want the mega auction. So I'll probably do that after this video. Yeah. Let me know in the chat any other things you want me to look at in future videos. That's always helpful. I've got plenty of ideas myself, but certainly helps. The other thing is just back to Hex Out, your question. Obviously in that post they got we've also created an internal marketing team, Axion marketing team. So they're obviously going to bring a lot of stuff out too. And then you've got Sheldon's video coming out, which will be a big deal on YouTube. And he knows how to do that stuff. That's kind of a specialty. And so that's pretty cool. And then there's the ideas channel for the community. So it's the community marketing, internal Axion marketing team. Sheldon doing his thing, which don't underestimate that. It's going to be really exciting actually. And then you've got other things happening around blogs and new news channels, and also the apps and things that are coming out. So I think that's pretty cool. But once again, let's just wrap it up at the moment. So let's just go and check out. We've almost wrapped up 1 hour. So we're just going to have a quick check. We're at 3.25 on day 20. We've got 13.6 million Axion in the pool. So the auction price is looking pretty good at the moment, to be honest, with referral bonuses. Obviously there's 10% bonus, use the link below. Also the mega auction's coming up in 4.5 hours. This is the third weekly mega auction. 11.65 billion Axion up for grabs. I'm fairly bullish on that based on the last auction. We'll either get something similar, or at least even as bold as Alex will hold me to, is that 2,400 ETH in there. So if we get that, then it's changed the landscape completely. If we do get that, so there we go. And obviously we've got the price currently at 000, just under 00019, and let's see what happens to that over the next 28 hours, over the next mega auction day. It's going to be very interesting. But obviously the big mega auctions look like they're draining out. We do need to get out to more hexagons to free claim and bring more of that community in, while the penalties are still relatively low, so that they get most of it. So if you know any hexagons, spread the word for the hex free claim, which you can do on the site under claims. It would normally sit here. I haven't got it here, and obviously this has been free claimed already. The snapshot was the 28th of May 2020, so if they had a balance, then it will show up automatically when they hook up their MetaMask wallet. You can see that we're having pretty cool. If we can get anything looking like that, I think it's a bullish. That was pretty bullish despite the market price, and that's going to be pretty bullish. So looking good. Alright, well I hope everyone enjoyed that. I will do the wrap up for the auction video tonight, and I will post that when the auction finishes. Other than that, I will probably do I'm going to do the usual auction close tomorrow, which will be probably a 2-hour live stream before the auction closes, and I may start an hour and a half before, which is the best sniping time. We get a lot of big whales coming in that last hour. So I'll probably start an hour and a half before the close tomorrow of day 21 of the third mega auction, and 11.6 billion. Probably about 11.7 billion by the time we start, maybe. We'll see. And that will run through to probably half an hour after the auction closes, and wrap that up. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you everyone for joining the live stream on both YouTube and DLive. Please subscribe to both channels, and I will catch you in the next video and live stream tomorrow. Cheers.